I was homeless, and usually when somebody's homeless, they were doing something to get there. You can either choose to live that way, or you can choose to live God's way.
2015, I became homeless and thought I could do it on my own, and didn't do very well.
Served 4 tours of Afghanistan, 1 Iraq, seen some things that no man wishes to see, and came home and was a lost man.
You know, my disability paycheck every month went to feed my habit, and the guy I was with at the time was a drug dealer, and he was very violent, controlling.
Succumbed to drug addiction, alcoholism, served a little bit of time in Harris County Jail. I wasn't being the man I was supposed to be, and was walking my wife and 2 children through the mud with me. And my wife was also addicted with me, follow the leader type. When I was sitting in jail, I finally realized that it was I had a main part to play in all that. I was the culprit.
I suffered from drugs and domestic violence and lived in a tent at several camps around here.
And we were that bad, me and my wife, in our addiction, that we lived in a wooded area with our children, hotel hopping, whatever we could do to feed our addiction, which was, now that I think about it, it's crazy.
My ex-boyfriend left me for good, end of January, and I was alone out there on the street and didn't have anybody, anything, just myself. Decided to go back to my dad's house. I walked there from east side of Houston. He's in Spring, and like the prodigal's son, just asked if he would take me back.
I just got a pistol pulled on me and backed myself out of that situation, and yeah, reached to the sky. I was at the end all. I said, here I am, a family man, and I'm doing evil things on the streets. I was screaming and crying in the middle of 1960 in Stubner Airline, and that's where my full journey began. And I put him first. He comes over all.
Hope Haven, we partner with them, and so one of the biggest things that I love about partnering with Hope Haven is that they're also a faith-based organization that strives to help consumers get off the street and help them in any form or fashion that they can.
Miss Kristen Stillwell used to bring food out to the homeless camp I was in, and she would bring these little Walmart bags to the wooded area, and we were picking these Yupon leaves. But she gave me a job, she gave me a purpose to help out in those ways, not to give us money for the drugs like we were using it for, and it was a blessing. She was a total blessing, total piece of my heaven in a dark time, and you know, that's what basically started my journey. She would always tell me about Camp Hope. You know, combat veterans, we're all the same. We just go through a little bit of different troubles and traumas, but we're all supposed to be positive in the community, and that's what we're doing here.
I ran into Kristen Stillwell and the homeless outreach team in several churches in the area back in 2015. They provided clothing, they provided a homeless outreach team ID, because when you're homeless you lose identification and paperwork all the time. Your things get stolen.
One of the things we do here is we create homeless outreach IDs that you can use as a supporting document in trying to get other important documents, such as your birth certificate or your Social Security card. And generally what we do is we try to save it, so in the event that if they lose it or continue to be homeless, which that's not what we hope for, we'll have a record of it to where we can just come in here and print it out. And we offer the services, the mentoring, the medical, the shelter, and see if we can get them into some type of rehabilitation services or try to get them housing as well.
Just like I thought with the HOT team, I thought they were somebody different than what they were. And now on the other end, I can explain to the guys, as well as build a relationship with them to get guys off the streets, because that's not how you want to live. Nobody wants to live under a bridge. Nobody wants to hold a sign up. It's, you know, I was embarrassed, and it's actually a blessing now, because our transition team was kind of hitting the wall, so I reached out to y'all, and it's going forward with that. Resources and things of that nature, IDs and all that, you know, housing, you're an asset to our team.
I was homeless,
I was homeless.
but I have hope.
I have hope.